What's up, people? It's your boy Grind. I'm back here with a video on the Maschine MK2 and pretty much how it works, how it functions, how it works with Reason, and so forth. So just bear with me and work with me, and I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible. I'm gonna try to stay under the 15-20 minute mark, but I have so much to talk about with this because I have figured out so much. Before I bought this, let me give you a brief history before I go into it. I bought this for like $350, right? And I bought it from my local guitar center, and I loved it. Okay, it worked out perfectly. It even had the sample count that showed you how many were in the list when you pulled it up. This one doesn't. That's my only thing I'm looking for. I can't find. If anybody knows, please show me, but I can't find it anywhere. And maybe it's only on the newer MK2s and stuff like that, because it's on the MK3 and it's on the Studio. So this is the only model, and probably the regular machine, that doesn't show the sample count. So I started with this. I loaded up about 20,000 samples. This is like 3 weeks ago. I haven't even made a beat on this thing fully yet. I made some sample beats just so I can figure out where I'm going in my templates and stuff like that. But I really haven't used it yet. I was in the Platinum Circle. It's a producer group. Well, it's a little bit more than producers in there. But it's a group on Facebook, and a guy was selling his machine for 200, right? So I was like, I'm jumping on that, and he offered the software with it. So, and it's in good condition. I mean, it's been used. I can tell, like, this button's a little soft here, and this button right here is a little soft. But other than that, the resistance isn't a big deal. It still works, and I'm just gonna sit here and pound on it anyway. So I'm gonna keep on using this and working with it. Now I'm gonna talk about real quick the integration into Reason and how I have Reason working with Maschine perfectly. Like, everything is working as far as controlling certain things in Reason. I have pretty much every single pad linked to the mixer up here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so those are my drums over here. So you can see me move my drum channels. I don't know if you can see it because of the contrast on the camera or not, but I can control all my drums. I can play, record, all that. Skip back and forth in the track, go back to the start. I have a grid mode I have this linked to my quantizing Reason. I have all my different octaves on the groups. So this is my main octave. This is linking into my machine. And on my machine, I have all the same colors. So I know when I link into my Reason what pads are. So this is in my machine mode. So I have all the functionality of machine. So I can go through all my sounds. I can do whatever I want. So snares. There goes all my snares. So I have a lot of sounds. I have over 3,000 snares the last time I counted, and 20,000 plus drums. I could be at 31,000 right now, but I decided to learn this and program all the different channels in. So I have every 4 sets, every row is set to a page. And on the pages, I have mute in this section, I have solo here, I have the volumes here, and I have the pans here. So I have a template that I created that pretty much, and one day I'm gonna go over this template. I don't know when. I'm just gonna make time, make a video about it. But this template, I have my machine on 16 channels. I have 8 channels for just drums, me dropping in any type of drum, 8 for sounds, and 4 for just wave samples. Like if I drop in a song or a wave sample or some type of sound, some type of loop, it goes in there. Then I have everything set up for me to record. Now I have all my record channels mapped to my Control S25, and I have it across the pages, and I'm gonna show that one day. But and I have the pans and all that stuff because I can only fit 127 channels onto the controller like the input. So each one is a number. So I set 127 points this weekend. Yes, and this is how I did it. I literally went through here and wrote out every single one, put it on pages, colored it, and programmed it. That's the only way to get through it faster. I know this seems like more work, but once you see what you have to do and plan it out, you can just go through it real quick. So I programmed all these pages. So this is the second row, third row, fourth row. Now once you get past the fourth row, you get into the drum section. So this controls all the drums, as you can see. I don't know if you can see them move, but this is all of the drums. Now the drums, you can't control the pans like I was saying. The pans is on my other device. But still, I am happy with this, just being able to sit in here and, control each of my sounds real quick, just being able to level stuff out real quick without me having to go inside the software. It's just, I don't know, it's like a surreal feeling from back in the day. I don't know. So I have my sounds across here too. So those are all the sounds. Like I said, the pans are over there on the S25, and then this is the last 4 right here. These last 4. And everything else after this point is on the other machine. I mean the other keyboard, the other controller, the control 25, S25. So pretty much everything is set. I really haven't had any real issues setting it. I also have my master section set on here so I can mute solo just the drums. I have everything bust out to groups, so the drums, I can mute them. I can mute the sounds, I can mute the audio, I can mute all of them. I can do whatever I pretty much want. I can also turn off all solo off, like the button that's right there, and off all mute. So if I want to cut everything, and then a dim, a 20 minus dB dim. So it's pretty good. I mean, I haven't had a problem. I couldn't, And this page right here, this is the 9th page. This is the controller transport controls page. It's like right before. So it starts on this screen where it's on these pads. So I can just hit back, and then I have my click, my pre-click, my click, my pre, all that. My dub, I can add a dub or alternate track. I can control the millisecond, not the milliseconds, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look it up because I used to know what it is. But that part of the tempo, I can control the level of my click, all that. Like I said, all these buttons work. I can skip forward, back, go back to the start, play. That's my stop button. It's not an erase. Maybe one day I'll be able to program that in, but it's fine as in a stop because over there on my S25, this says stop. So, and then also I was able to program this where these controls right here are transparent. So what I'm saying by transparent is they go through on MIDI mode. So you see it's working on MIDI mode. Now my record doesn't work, okay? My record does not work, but in the machine, it'll record. So then I can use my machine as a step sequencer, okay? So this right here is replacing my Kong. Anybody that's a Reason user that uses Kong, that has experienced a Kong, that plays with a Kong, for years I've played with a Kong. And I pretty much wired it up on here where it has each of its own separate channels, all in here, and it's all coming out of this this plug-in here. So all the channels are routed out. Now I am gonna go in here and reverse the master outs. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because I'm gonna make the masters the last 2 channels on my thing, and 1 will come through 3 and it'll be stagnated. So like my samples, when I preview my samples, they come through these 2 channels right now. And I would prefer them to be up here because I'm most likely going to use this first and then never get up here. And if I do get here and I have to preview a sample, it really won't matter. I'm on my last set. So I didn't want to, lower this and then I can't hear my preview and I'm trying to play with it and it doesn't work. So that's one of the little integration things I'm working on next. I'll probably do that later on tonight if I remember, if I don't get caught up into something else or trying to figure out something else. But yeah, so far, I love it. This is the ultimate Kong replacement. Okay? This is destroying the Kong. I didn't even know that it worked this well. And with Reason having integration with VST 6 months ago, you wouldn't have known that this worked in Reason. You know, I've seen it work in other dolls and stuff like that, but just the way Reason works is how it looks like real hardware here, and just how everything works in Reason. And then I still have all my Reason plugins and all my Reason racks. Now, none of my Reason stuff can be controlled from this or anything, but any third-party VST and plugin will work through it. So I love that feature about it. I haven't had a real complaint. I mean, I like the sampling mode. Only thing I wish I could do is see the sample count, like how many samples I got to go through. But other than that, I mean, I can go into the program and see that. But I have fully integrated Maschine hardware, well, Native Instrument hardware into Reason and got it fully working. Because that right there is amazing to me. So I didn't want to keep you past 15 minutes. I just really wanted to just show you that, yes, it works, okay? And I'm not saying, like, halfway. Even when you play sounds back, you know? Like, we can go in here real quick and just create a sample. Let's create a sample. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and here and hit record, right? And I'm going to go ahead and select this channel because I didn't select the channel. But I'm going to hit all the buttons, right? It's nothing on these channels. It's nothing on them, right? Alright. So, now, we just recorded all that stuff on here. I go into this mode. This is the machine mode. I can see what I hit. You know? So it shows you what you hit while you are playing it back. So let me go and cut off my my click. Let's see, let's cut that off. But it's so easy, you see? It's so easy. And if I want to sit in here and record, like I just deleted that track, I have to do that with my mouse, but still, just me being able to go in here, I can still use my mouse to do it, and then I still have this right here, and I can just go ahead and hit them in, you know what I'm saying? It's just so easy. I mean, the fact that it just shows you where your keys are hitting, and then on the keyboard it does the same exact thing. Now this only happens because you're playing stuff out of Reason, right, into it. So this is the only reason it happens. But this record button doesn't work. It pretty much, like I said, this is a transparent mode, so it transfers this to MIDI and keeps this inside the machine. So you have to switch in between your modes, which I don't mind, because my other mode, my MIDI mode, controls my Reason, so I really don't mind. If I'm making a beat and I'm in, like, it's like, not like I'm in a dead mode now, like where it doesn't do anything. I also have my tap tempo right there, and I also have this on the tempo. This doesn't give me the exact, like, I can't move it number by number, so it skips every 7 or 9, which doesn't bother me. It kind of get me to a range, and then, or I could just tap it in, really, you know. Yeah, so I don't know if it's working. No, I don't think it's working. So yeah, I gotta go back in and reprogram this. Oh wait, I'm in machine mode. That's one thing you gotta get used to. So yeah, it's working. So the tap tempo doesn't work when you're in the machine. That makes sense. But, you know, once I switch back, everything should be moving faster now. You know? And then, like I said, I can control the tempo with this, make it real slow. You see? It's moving super slow. make it faster, you know? So that's the type of stuff I was saying. Like, I can use this in reason and really control it. So, people, I am at my 15-minute mark. I wanted to make this a real quick video and show my excitement and show my success and show you what I've done and showing you what's possible. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm going to do longer videos where I'm just talking and talking and talking about the machine, how it works, how we can get it to work, all that, you know? So, if you have any questions, anything, subscribe to the channel, you know, hit me up, put a comment, all that good stuff, people, and I will be back with you. But yes, it does exist. Reason has a controller that looks better than a Nectar that works and gives you sounds, okay? It's like, it feels like these belong together. Reason and Machine. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, people, I'm out. Hope you enjoyed this session, and I will get with you next time. Yes, I love it. Just look at it go. Look at it go. All right, people. We're done here. All right, give me later.